it's it's got numbers. There's numbers. It's not, I don't think we're retiring quite yet.
Yo, conceived as one, split into two. Gonna talk so much shit till the air goes blue. After we're through, you're gonna wish you were monozygotic too. Just a couple of Nimpods up to no good. Couple of Nimpods up to no good. See what we're doing there? It's Nimrods. But it's a podcast with Nimpods.
Welcome to Nimpods. I'm Dan.
I'm Jamie. This is Nimpods 23.
23. So what's going on?
What's been shaking? I don't know. Just I just feel like we haven't Nimpoded in a while.
This is true.
So what's been I feel like we kind of repeat what we've been doing, but we released our movie The Wrong People on Amazon, and then was it last week? No, it was a few days ago. We decided to just kind of secretly put it on Prime as well. So now it's streaming on Amazon Prime in the US and the UK with as long as you have an Amazon Prime account, which a lot of people have in the US. So you want to talk some numbers? You want to talk?
Yeah. What's the then so Amazon Prime works on like minutes, right?
Yes. I don't know exactly how much they pay per minute. There's no ads or anything. But Amazon basically just pays you out as a content creator for its platform a set amount per hour. And I think I might be completely wrong, but I remember seeing either 5 or 6 cents an hour, which I just checked again. Again, we haven't really pushed the Amazon Prime in terms of like ads or anything, because we did do some Facebook ads for the initial transactional release. Basically, we did push it a bit on Facebook, which helped a little bit. But it's got numbers. There's numbers. It's not, I don't think we're retiring quite yet. A couple days ago, there was about 3 unique streams. No, the last few days, I think it was like the last 2 days, but I don't know. Amazon's it's slow to update. Because like I swear I checked like yesterday, and they had a couple, like basically they had about 6 days of like nothing, absolutely nothing. And then now some of those days have numbers, which is very odd.
Yeah, just a slow.
Yeah, it's like
slow to update.
There was like 3 or 4 unique views in the last couple days. Unique streams of, I think, total of like 30 minutes each, like 30 minutes in the UK and 30 minutes in the States in the last few days, which is amazing. But it's overall, what's your feeling of like how we did this release, and where are you feeling going forward?
I'm not too sure. Like, I'm not really.
It's funny.
Not sure what I think we've been talking about it behind the scenes a bit, but I think it's just sort of that audience building.
It's just
not
kind of
there.
It's just not, it's basically what it's for me. Like it completely just what is it? Solidified the fact that you do need some sort of audience in some way. Like it doesn't necessarily mean you have to build one completely on your own from scratch, but you need something to like somebody's audience needs to help your movie, basically, right? And that's it, like I say that because I don't want to throw out the concept that you have to build your own audience. I just think that's not. It's still not completely proven that that's the only way you can do it. It's the way that I kind of want to build what we're doing, but you can, and again, you can do kind of a combo of these ideas, but like getting somebody with some sort of influence in your movie or involved in your project in some way, if that's an actor or somebody who's like got some sort of influence, then that can help. And if they have an audience, they can help your movie too. But in turn, also become, create your audience from both those things. Sort of like a
like a piggyback.
That's sort of like that's sort of like the perfect world scenario where I see the future of like what we're trying to do.
I thought honestly there would be a little bit more engagement with just more of the fact, like just a couple more engagements with, I guess, quote unquote, like random, like basically strangers. Not that the people that we know watching it means less, but it's hard. It's a hard game, and we knew that going in.
I don't think we have this.
This wasn't going to be an easy thing we didn't have any delusions of grandeur. Like all of a sudden we get like 10,000 downloads or anything. But I thought it was going to be a little better. And I'm not saying even like that much better, but like maybe twice as good.
Yeah.
And it's not all about numbers and stuff. Like, I mean, this doesn't change the fact that I still want to create and make flicks. It doesn't really change that. If anything, it actually inspires me more.
Well, that's kind of like
we knew this was going to be hard. We knew this is the hardest part.
Yeah, this is the part
part.
Basically, this is the part that like
there's so much noise out there. It's so there's just so much content, and what do we bring to the table with this product that stops people from like watching Stranger Things all over again, for the third time. Like really, that's what you're competing with.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, yeah, I think I'm not trying to say that we have like a kind of a more of a, I don't know, kind of like an what is it? Sort of we I guess in a weird way we set the bar so low, not necessarily with like the quality of stuff, like we always want to make good stuff, but like we set the bar so low with this, like the release of it, like we had very low kind of goals, even to the point of like, I mean, it's in a weird way like kind of fit in exactly how much I knew. This has just been super eye-opening, not in the eye-opening the fact that like, oh man, like the numbers are so low. It's eye-opening that how right I was and how I've been like the things I've been just talking to you about like behind the scenes and kind of like been sort of not, I wouldn't say preaching, but like what I've been talking when I talk to other filmmakers like online and stuff. I always kind of give this kind of grim reality that like we're like you're going to be talking about like $200, and it's like like you got to think in those terms, and in a way that's kind of like in a roundabout way is why we made this movie for $500. Like the numbers aren't really there, especially for something that you don't really have like that audience, and like. It's tough out there, and this hasn't, and it's weird. Like I think what I was a roundabout way of what I was trying to explain is that some other micro budget filmmakers that release a movie kind of like very similar to ours, say it's almost just carbon copy of ours, and but had little less of like kind of like the reality of what's going on, would be completely devastated with what our numbers are. But in like the way we kind of take it is like, I'm super stoked. Like it's weird. Like you hear a lot of podcasts and stuff like no budget filmmakers and stuff. And it's like, there's a lot of like, it's like, I mean, of course, but it's like, you're going to get this negativity.
Yeah.
and it like, and even if it's just like, oh, like, it's all about plugins, it's all about hustling and stuff, and it's still got this weird negative connotation, like, and I don't think of that at all. I think of it as like, this is like, I still get really excited, and like, and I'm actually really excited about releasing stuff. Like I really enjoy the marketing angle of stuff. There's stuff.
No, I know you do, and that's the thing. Like you look at if you look at the actual numbers, like on paper and stuff, you have, not that I try to put thoughts in people's brains, what I think people are like, but 3 years and a couple downloads here and there of like, I mean, it's a lot of work and time with like very little numbers to show for it, and I could see someone being very discouraged.
No, like super discouraged.
Like basically packing it in.
Yeah, exactly. Like like it's some sort of thing where you've proven that you suck.
Yeah.
And so give up, but it's like,
maybe we are, like, maybe we are crazy. Maybe maybe we are the well, I'm pretty sure we are. But like the idea that we both want to keep going and still create. That's the thing. That's never gonna shut off. What, like, how could you? It's like basically like breathing.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I that's what I've been taking, like, really stock of, like, what I really want to do, like, basically with my life and stuff. And like, I mean, I don't want to get super, out there, like, with the universal thought or anything, but it's like, I want to make movies, and it's like, it's something that I've like, it's taken me so long to like just say and try to like really focus on what 100% I wanted to do. But I've always wanted to make movies. I wanted to tell stories. I've wanted to do that since I was like 12 years old. And like, it's weird that like nobody's really going to tell me that I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna make shit for the rest of my life. It's basically like, if we make a couple $100 on the way there, that's awesome. Like, I think this is awesome that we've, like, what we've made, and the sales and like the reviews, people's quotes about it and stuff, and like inspiring other filmmakers to like go out and like release stuff. I just got
response and stuff, and like what? Just because the response isn't like thousands of people, like in droves, but why would that matter?
No, one
or two people talking to us saying they're inspired to, pick up a camera and finally do their script and stuff. Like, that's amazing. That's all. That's amazing. That's all. I don't have any other words.
Yeah, and it's weird too. Like, I curate the YouTube channel and like a lot of the social media. And, just like, those, little, comments on some of our videos, not necessarily even just like the movie, but like on just the vlog that we have about the releasing of this movie. We get comments on that. I literally just got a comment from a filmmaker from like Michigan talking about like that she's going to be releasing on Amazon Prime in the next like week or so. And like, she was like super, like, she was just into like the video and like, how transparent we were about numbers and stuff. And like, I don't know, it's just like,
well, that's the thing, why bullshit? Why bullshit?
Well, yeah, I think that's something that we've been really striving for, and is just to like, what, I just, again, I go back to like, just, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but like on the vlog, is just, I think there's a lot of secrecy in film, and especially with marketing and how much money you're making and stuff. And I mean, we don't have agents or anything, or a distributor even. So we can say our numbers, and I'm going to be as transparent as I can for forever. I think, I don't know. I just really think, as weird as it sounds, I think it's just really important. I don't know. hate to say that it's like, it's not, we're not curing cancer here or anything, but I don't know. I just think it's something I like doing. I like helping out. I like helping people. I like providing a value to like other filmmakers and other people who want to create stuff. I just, yeah, I don't know. I think if we are the connection to people realizing that you just need to go out and do your shit, like that is like it, that I want that on my, like, the book I'm write.
Yeah.
You know, huh? What's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, you know, and it's, you know, I don't know. I think we've talked about this off podcast too. Is this whole, like, sometimes you're inspired by things that aren't quite perfect or even good.
Yeah.
You know, and like,
Yeah.
if ultimately we end up being those people, I honestly don't care. Like, I that's, you know, you look at guys like, you know, Ed Wood and even like Tommy Wiseau and stuff, and it's like those
Or,
guys.
how about the Polonia brothers?
Polonia brothers, but I mean, those guys are legends. Like, yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, and just kind of like knowing a little bit of the story, like, you know, when I found out Polonia, I don't know if you get this. This is kind of going on a nerdy movie tangent, but Polonia brothers are like these twin brothers from Pennsylvania, I believe, and really cool guys. And they made this movie years ago that actually got picked up by Blockbuster, and that might sound silly.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that story.
That might sound
picked up
really,
by Blockbuster.
No,
and
yeah.
they kind of like basically.
Well, people would buy this movie, rent this movie, and it had, I think somebody made it, like, I think Blockbuster created a poster that was very similar to, I mean, we're talking like, this is old, like probably in the early 90s, probably 93, 94.
I think they made like an Independence Day. They thought it was Independence Day, or they thought it was sort of an Independence Day-esque movie. I guess this was before, like, not before, but, well, it was before the sort of this, the low budget kind of rip-off movies, but like before it got into like the whole Crocosaurus and stuff, like,
oh yeah, that's quite before that
territory, kind of like where they're actually ripping off like more, what am I trying to say? Oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking about like the combo movies. Yeah, this is like years before that. This is kind of like, and I mean, this movie was called Feeders, and people would like come back and they return it and stuff because they thought
demand their money back. And actually, Feeders, I believe, Blockbuster really stopped. All stopped.
Yeah, the whole
basically,
indie pickups.
They didn't trust any of those movies anymore.
No, the indie pickups were like, they really killed it. And it sounds weird now because Blockbuster's like completely dead. So it's like, I don't know, it's weird.
But that being said, I think, Jay, like what we're trying to get to is Feeders is not a good movie. But there's something, it's very much like The Room, which actually this weekend I watched Disaster Artist. But yeah, very much like The Room, where it inspires people in its heart more so than
absolutely
than the quality.
No, totally, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's not it again. It's like The Room. If it was just a bad movie, it wouldn't be nearly like, it wouldn't be even like, we would never have heard the movie. But you get to the point of like, the movies are like, you just have to know who Tommy Wiseau is, like, you know, like, you just have to know what this is all about, like, why, like, what, you know what I mean? His accent's crazy, and it's just like, it's like kind of like the story behind the movie, and that's kind of like why Disaster Artist is gonna be such a like, you know, a hit, because it's like, you know, I don't know, it's just the story behind the stories, right? And I think that's more and more important these days, especially with the access to people and stuff now. Your audience sort of demands it, and like, I see these. Yeah. So anyway, I was just gonna go on a tangent about that, but I don't want to. I don't know. It's just, I think like people who got big before this whole, like, you know, the social media aspect of things, don't really. You can see it that a lot of them don't really care. About like contact, you know, connecting with fans and stuff. They don't need to do it necessarily, but I think it might hurt them in the end. I think you really gotta, you know, just gotta be involved.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go and watch some Stranger Things.
Yeah. Well, it was good talking. Is there anything you want to end with? We finished a little short.
Yeah,
Short with Katie.
I wasn't really involved with this at all, but I liked it.
You named it. I give you the name credit, title.
What? I didn't name it. I don't think I ever said the hike.
I think you did.
But yeah, so the plan is to kind of roll out these kind of smaller little quick shorts.
Yeah, we
just sort of in the meantime, in between like a bigger projects.
Yeah,
and we'll hope to kind of crank these out. Not crank them out, but get them out. Just kind of quick ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's Nimpods 23. I'm Jamie Francis.
I'm Dan Francis.
And we'll see you again soon. Check out our YouTube. You can look up my name, Jamie Francis, or Francis Brothers, I believe. Or just go to francisbrothersfilms.com. We're on Instagram too as Francis Brothers Films. We're on Twitter under my name. And I think Dan's got a name there. But check us out. And we'll see you again next time. Good episode.